N4LQ.
Alright, hang on a second. Dave, you in there? You gonna get this?
Well, I'm in here, but I'm probably so weak nobody can hear me. Go ahead, Billy.
Alright, give me just a second. So there is W4JPL, and then there's WD4OUM, and there is Chad, KN4RCL, and then there's N4LQ.
WK4.
But anyways, that's what I've got right now. So, who's next?
WK4.
K4YBC.
WB4NKL.
Did get me, Bill, didn't you?
I got Dave, K4, first I got Rick, WK4R, then K4YBC, and then WB4NKL. Who else?
W4CDJ if we're on frequency. Close. I guess.
Yeah, WA4LLR. That's who I was forgetting. I'll put you at the top, and then me, and then John, and then Terry, and Chad, Steve, Rick, Cuz, Cliff, and Dan. Anybody else? Alright, I'm not hearing nobody. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, Billy. K4SSY in the group. WA4LR. Man, the 5 like blasting in here just a few seconds ago. They were a whole lot louder than the ones down in Florida. Maybe the band's changing. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I think I'm improving. Still running the fleet power up here on the hill. We've got partly cloudy, and I think it's about 55 degrees if I can see things right. Somewhere here, yeah, 55 degrees. So, good morning to y'all. K4SSY, WA4LR.
Alright, I might have should have got somewhere else. I am struggling a little bit. I thought I heard you really strong there at first, Dave, but that time around was a little bit difficult on me. I think you're done. Let me unkey and see. Yeah, okay. Well, good morning, everybody. From here, it's kind of noisy this morning. Both sides creeping in pretty heavy and a little nippy. Let me see what the weather is doing around here. It's 57, a little overcast, not raining, not supposed to rain till Wednesday. Guess I need to finish filling up that darn dumpster out there and get it out of here before it rains on it, because I think they allow you so much weight before they start charging you, so I need to make sure it gets gone before it rains and it gets all them clothes and crap that come out of them old buildings wet. And looks like I'm back working halfway, a little bit high, but deal with it, Terry. I ain't touching it right now. Because I guess we're just the chemicals were just back. Seems to be doing okay. So, EPL picked up here. That's why.
Alright, K4SSY in the group. W4JPL. Bill, you're still having a little problem with your audio this morning towards the end of your transmission. Start breaking up. Break. Well, still doing it. Okay. Get you a hammer and whack on a little bit. Alright, well, again, it's 64 degrees here this morning. Beautiful sunny sky outside. I'm on the 500 and the NC270 this morning. and still have no internet. So they called me yesterday and said, well, we think we might have it for you by Tuesday. It's Tuesday now. And I apologize for that, but blah, blah, blah. So, is what it is. And as the great philosopher Popeye once said, I am what I am. WD4OUM in a group, W4JPL.
Yeah, there's somebody in there. I can't make it out. Anyway, WD4OUM. Good morning, one and all. John Boy, I'll loan you some internet if you want it. And there ain't no use saying nothing, Billy Bob. He's hard-headed. He don't listen to nothing. So you might as well just suck it up and let him sit there and make all that noise that he wants to. He ain't gonna change nothing. Anyway, oh Rick, I picked up that little B-Link computer there Friday. It's 5 inches by 5 inches by 1.5 inches thick. Got a 500 gig solid state drive, 16 gig of memory, and a Ryzen CPU. That little sucker's a screamer, boy. I played with it there Friday night, Saturday, and yesterday, and I'm tired of it. It needs a new home now. But anybody wants a little computer to just stick on the back of their monitor or something, boy, this is the trick. Anyway, for sale or trade. So there you go. KN4RCL, WD4OUM.
KN4RCL. Good morning. Got 55 degrees up here on North Carolina meets the sky, and looks like clear skies. And I'm still feeling under the weather a little bit, but I think we're heading in the right direction. KN4RCL. Go ahead, Steve and Shelby.
Oh, yeah, Steve and Shelby. SN4LQ. And, hang on a second here. Kind of peeking things up here a little bit. 62 degrees here. And, looks like another pretty day, probably kind of dry. Like to have some rain. Running the DX60. And Terry, what kind of computer you got for sale? You say it's a little mini computer, I guess. I didn't catch what it was. Give me some, what processors it got in it, and we'll look at it. Maybe we can look at it online or something. So over to, let's see, Rick, WK4R, N4LQ.
All right, WK4R. Good morning, everybody. I think we're partly cloudy and around 62, it looks like, if the internet weather don't lie. Terry, I could understand every word the guy was saying. He just never gave a call sign, so I don't know who it was. John, sorry about your internet. Well, it might be a good thing. But that's how I watch most of my TV, so that could be a problem. But I got outside antenna too. And Terry, found something on Netflix over the weekend that was really interesting to me anyway. They had a show called Swap Shop, and it was in your neighborhood. Can't remember the call sign of the station right now, but anyway, 9:30 every morning, I think. People drive from WRGS. People drive from all over the place to chase down that stuff. They must have pretty good coverage. But it was a good show. I liked it. Had several series there. voiced in. And the computer does sound interesting, but last thing I need is another one right now, I think. K4YBC, WK4R.
WK4R, K4YBC. Okay, well, good morning, everybody. Nice signals, good signals all the way around. I don't know, but I'm copying you. Hope you're doing well and getting back on your feet a little bit. I know how that is, man. I really do. I got a wreck over here on my side of the road. I got 60 degrees, and of course that internet lies. I mean, you know. Anyway, we won't get into that, but not much going on. Oh, Steve, I was gonna tell you. I was going through my junk out here a couple of days ago, and I found almost a brand new pair of 1614 tubes. They're metal tubes, and according to my book, they will replace a 6L6. So I hadn't tried them, but I got them here just in case. So I think it's a foreign tube, but anyway, it's a 1614, and according to the book, it will replace a 6L6. So anyhow, Cliff, you might comment on that too. The B4NKL, take it, K4YBC.
K4YBC, it's WB4NKL. Good morning, everybody. I got 57 degrees and sunny so far. I didn't look at the weather to see what it's supposed to do. Those 1614s, Dave, they were an uprated, I think rated for a little higher voltage than the regular 6L6. Seemed like Rangers used them for modulators. But they're just a heavier, a little better rated 6L6. They were made in the States. I don't think there's anything foreign about them. I had a good weekend here. I think we're all over the Chinese disease. I think hadn't had any more side effects from it. So I guess another day or 2, 3 days of quarantine and be safe to get out amongst the people. Send it on around. Go ahead. Let's see, Billy. Oh, I'm supposed to send it to Dan. Go ahead, Dan. W4CDJ. WB4NKL.
WB4NKL in the group. W4CDJ. Not seeing much modulation here, but I guess it'll have to do. Well, it's been a banner Monday morning. My son let the boxer pup out this morning, and he met the south end of a northbound skunk. So he's in the garage, and the whole house stinks. 59 degrees here. Hopefully it'll be a pretty good day. Have to wait and see. I'm going to have to work on this modulation. Looking at it on a REA modulation monitor, and I got about 40 positive and 100 negative, so I got something backwards here, I'd say. But I'm going to get out of here. The guys on 3880 are giving me a little bleed over, so I may be competing with them too. I don't know. But, yeah, I ain't going to stay. You guys have a good day. Just thought I'd check in and see if the Ranger was working with this homebrew linear. Y'all have a good one. This is W4CDJ, and I don't know who to turn it to because the bleed over kind of got bubbled when we went through the roster there. So, whoever it belongs to, pick it up. 73, W4CDJ. We'll just be on the side here and listening.
I guess it goes back to me, doesn't it, Bill?
Yeah, it do, Uncle Dave.
Yeah, the band's staying kind of long today. Anybody else that wants to come in, come now, WA4. I don't know if they'd hear me say. Anyway, 7-3 to you, Dan. If you out on the outside chance that you might hear me, sorry to hear about the skunk. That's not ever good. Oh, yeah. Dave, I think my Ranger's got those 16-14s in it. Modulators. Chad, glad to hear you're getting better. And Terry, I'm curious about that computer you got, what operating system or whatever it has on it. I think you called it a Beeline or something. I've never heard of that particular one. So you might, as you explain it to Steve, you might illuminate us all there. Band's still kind of long this morning. Out around Arkansas and Missouri was just absolutely blasting in here. And I think still that's where some of it's coming from. But good to hear everybody. Yeah, I'm feeling some better today. Still got a lot of pain when I get up and sit down. But it's, as the old saying is, every day and every way I'm getting better. Anyhow, hopefully before long I can get back to a rig that's got some power. Well, I'm going to send it to Billy if he can't hear me. Terry, wake him up. KO4SSY, WA4LO.
Let me see here a second. See what I need to do. Now they may not hear me. Show everything's right at full power on this one. Am I being heard?
Sadly to say, yes.
Well, Uncle Dave, it's good to hear you. I missed you last week. Started getting kind of concerned because I never did hear you in there, so I knew you must be dealing with some pain or some whatnot somewhere along the way. But being able to get around, so it's good to hear you this morning. And wish I had a little better copy, but I'm making do. I'll pull up and listen to you on Brandon's SDR. So I'm hearing most of it, but sometimes it gets a little bit light. So, well, we switched over to the B&W 5100. It ain't been on in quite some time, so I've done some cable swapping and finally got everything hooked up. I had it all hooked up, I thought, and sat down, and I thought, darn, that thing ain't gonna work worth a crap without a coax hooked into the back of it. So I've done that, and here we is. And looks like it's just a skosh bit low. It looks like somebody's throwing a carrier in there, but oh well. We'll just do what we can do and get along with it. W4JPL, you're sounding pretty good over here this morning on the J5, so pick it up, John. W4JPL, KO4SSY.
Okay, let me see here. Hello test. KO4SSY in the group W4JPL. Running a different microphone. Hopefully I'm not making anybody's ear bleed. I got out of my Stasho stuff a Turner Plus 2 desk mic. It matches my NC270, so I'm color coordinated. Just something to do this weekend. I had a busy weekend as usual. Church takes up the better part of my day on Sunday. So, Terry, how's this thing sound, or should I go back to the D104, WD4OUM in the group W4JPL?
WD4OUM. Well, John Boy, I'm the wrong one to ask. But it's got plenty of punch. To me, it sounds good, but it sounds like you're in a great old big holler room. Like he's, whatever. But some of these other fellers can tell you how it sounds. I can hear you and I can understand you, and that's all I care about. Billy Bob, you sound mucho better. Yeah, But that's all I'm going to say to you, Billy Bob. And Steve, the name of the computer is B-Link. B-Link like a buzz, doobie-doo, B-Link. The CPU is a AMD Ryzen 5600H Hotel, 5600 Hotel, and it comes with Windows 11 Pro as the operating system. But you can stick anything that you want to on there. It don't care. But, you know, you just hit the reset thing in Windows, and you got a fresh Windows 11 there. You set it up like you want to. And that CPU is, it says it's 6-core. Well, I went in Device Manager and clicked on CPU. Lo and behold, it shows 12 processors. It just keeps a listing. But anyway, it's a neat little old computer. I guess it weighs about, I don't know, 5-6 ounces. You can hold it in the palm of your hand. It ain't much bigger than a mouse. But I was concerned about it overheating it. It's got a fan in it, and it's built out of metal. I let it run all day long Saturday up until bedtime, and it never even did get the least bit warm, but still stayed cool. And actually, on the bottom, it's got a tray. You can put a 2.5-inch solid state drive in it. The drive that it's got is that, I forget what they call it, NVMe, I don't know. Looks like a stick of memory, but anyway, it's 500 gig. It gets over 120 gig. I don't care nothing about them. So there you go. Anyway, everything's good in Burbank. Thought it was going to snow yesterday. Yesterday about 5 o'clock, it did manage to get up to 70. And it's still cloudy over here today. So it might not, and temperatures in the 50s. I think 58, 59, something like that. Anyway, there you go. KN4RCL, WD4OUM.
KN4RCL, Modified Terry. And Rick, there's a station at the swap shop. It's in Rogersville, Tennessee. And them people chasing after them junk, I think owns an antique store, one of them, in Johnson City. That's more Cliff country and territory there, Johnson City. So Burbank is kind of on the other side of Rogersville. KM4RCL. Go ahead, M4LQ. Go ahead.
Okay. KN4RCL, N4LQ. All right, Terry, I'll look that up, and there's too many of them. There's B-Link. I found B-Link in their website. They got about 5 million different PCs, and 5600 K doesn't really help me much. I don't know. I don't know where'd you get it. Maybe there's a link somewhere. You can just put it on the email reflector or something that will take you to it. Probably came from Amazon, I bet. And they got dozens and dozens of different B-Links on there. Too many to look at. That's the problem. I bought one similar to that. It's been at least 6 or 8 months ago, and was so slow it wouldn't hardly run SDR program, so I sent it back. But it was cheap, so I guess that was the problem. And Mir bought one too, and he said, well, it works okay. So, I don't know. Stuck it on the back of a monitor, and I guess he still has it, but it was probably marginal. Anyway, I'll find something one of these days. It's really complicated trying to ascertain what they got. But, let's see. Oh, it's crept up to 63 degrees here. It's supposed to be dry today. Let's see, John, JPL microphone sounded nice and smooth. Sounded good, but it sounds like you're kind of far away from it, like you're probably 2 feet away or something. So you might want to get down on it. Let's see, was there anything else I had here? I think not. Over we go, Rick, WK4R, N4LQ.
WK4. Well, on the show chat or whoever it was, I never did really catch where the station was out of. I trust you on that one. But people come from Clinton, Knoxville, and all over the place to go. Like I said, it must have pretty decent coverage there. And let's see, wife and I got to go babysit some grandkids for a couple of days, so probably won't be back till Thursday, I think. Should be interesting. My oldest son, as I've said before, he's the head honcho at Northern Tool and Hickory, and he won some kind of trip to Vegas for a week or something. And now he's got a promotion to boot, so I don't know what he's going to do. But anyway, K4YBC, WK4.
Okay, Rick, WK4R, K4YBC, real fine gentleman. I went out in the mountains yesterday to a childhood friend of mine who we grew up together. They threw him a big 80th birthday party yesterday up at his house, and we had a good time. So I drove up there and back, and let's see, what did I write down here? Oh, John, the mic sounds good, but it seems like it's got a little bit of an echo in it or something. I mean, it's clear, crystal clear, but it seems like a little echo maybe or something like that. But anyway, kind of like Steve said, you may be away from it too far or something, I don't know. And yeah, I found those tubes out there, and I thought, hallelujah, because I was going to order me a new set of 6L6s, and like I have it, I happen to find 2 good ones here, so that's going to save a bundle of money, I guess. And Terry, I'm still using that computer I got from you, and that was a long time ago. It wore out when you let me have it, but it's still working great, so I can't complain. It's been a good one, buddy. So it still works great. Cliff, glad you're getting over the bug. There's a lot of it going around. I know my wife's brother's family have all come down with it. In-laws and outlaws, a whole bunch down there say they have it, so it's going around, that's for sure. WB4NKL, take it, K4YBC.
The K4YBC, it's WB4NKL. Okay, cuz, yeah, I'm glad you found the 6L6s. They're kind of they're kind of pricey nowadays, and most of the ones you get, if you get them new or made in China or somewhere, I don't really trust them all that much. And John, the mic sounds pretty good to me. Say a little bit of a, sounds like you're in a big room, but that might be where you're at. You might be in a big room, so it might be right on the money what it's supposed to sound like. I guess I'll get out here a little bit and do my regular. I might go up to Jonesboro and get some heels in instead of my regular walk. Do something different. I walked around the Davy Crockett Loop here all week last week, so I'm getting kind of tired of that one. Need to get out and do something different today. And let's see, that's Rogersville Station, Rick, out down towards on 11W Highway. I went over there a few years ago. They had a 20V Collins for a backup, and then they decided they'd let go of it, so I went down there and me and Mark, and we loaded up their 20V, and Mark took it home with him. So I think they called him later, was trying to get it back from him, decided they needed it, but after he got it in his basement, he wasn't going to part with it. Go ahead. I think it goes to Dave. Dave, I wonder if you're I guess you're having therapy. I wonder if you have to go out for that, or they come to you, or what's the deal on that? WA4LLR, it's WB4NKL.
WB4NKL. And the group, WA4LLR. Yeah, 7:30 to Dan. First 2 weeks in home. Got folks to come out 3 times a week for in-house. After that, let's go to one of the therapy places here in town. But glad you're ready to get out and about, Cliff. That sounds good. Glad you're doing better. And Bill, it's the best I've heard you sound in a long time, buddy. That being that's what you need to talk about, for sure. John, I have to kind of concur with Terry. You got a hollow sound on that one. It's clear, but it's got a hollow sound, and I personally like the B104 better. That's just me, of course. I've got a propensity in that direction. I've never heard any to me. I've never heard anybody better with both angles than B104. Terry, thanks for the illumination on the B-Link. I looked them up on Amazon, like he said, there's about 1 million of them. Ted Baker single-eyed in tunnel. And Steve, if you said what you were running this morning, I don't remember, but I imagine you're going DX60, it sounds good. And Rick's going to babysit grandchildren. That's good for you, Rick. I don't know if it's good for them, but it's good for you. And Dave, you're still using Terry's hand-me-down. Well, as long as it works, brother, what can you say? Got therapy today. Boy, am I looking forward to that. But at least she doesn't get here till about 3 or 3:30 this afternoon. She first said she was going to be here about 8:30 this morning. And I kind of looked at her. Well, don't worry about it. I'll come back. So that's pretty much what's on tap for today. You know, getting up and walking and doing the exercise. Make sure you don't slap your mama. But anyhow, praise God, things could be a lot worse. Billy, if you can hear me, man's still on. L4SSY, WA4LLR.
Howdy, okay. WA4LLR, KL4SSY returning. Well, thank you. I don't know what went with the globe, but maybe it's a tube. It sounded good the other day. I wasn't listening to it this morning.
little good on the SDR, but then I quit watching it, so I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, life of a AMer using boat anchors, I reckon. And John, I would, as far as my opinion of it, it is definitely hollow sounding, but it sounds to me like it's trying to pick up possibly just a little bit of feedback off the speaker, creating somewhat of an echo. But honestly, to me, it's got more punch. I can hear you better on it than I can on the D104s over here, so it's putting through a little better. And it could be just the Johnson 500 too, but it seemed to me that, I mean, I've heard you several times on it, and I would say it's just trying to pick up a little bit of feedback. So, you know what they say about opinions. So, anyways, back over to you. W4JPL, pick it up, KO4SSY.
Okay, KO4SSY in a group. W4JPL, I'm going to turn it back just a little bit more. It's got a preamp in it. I think that's too much. Hello. It's got a preamp in it, so I turn the gain back and talk closer to the microphone. I am essentially in an echo chamber in this room. I got bare walls. When I redid this room last year, I fixed every hole in the wall. And painted, and to my wife's chagrin, I refused to put anything up on the wall or make any holes in the wall. It's too much like trouble. As far as the mini computers, I have a mini computer. I think I paid $100 for it on Amazon last year, and I use that exclusively when I go to the beach. That way I can network into my home computer, and I can get into my ICOM 7600 and still work you guys sitting from the beach, and it works very well. I don't think it's got a lot of memory in it, but that's okay because I don't put anything basically on my even my desktop computer. It's got the same thing. It's got that solid state memory. I keep everything on external hard drives, and I back them up religiously, and works really well for me. Dave, YBC, I did look for some 6L6s here. I got 1 million tubes, and I got none of them. Figure that out, but I'm pretty sure I got 1614s. That's an interesting, I made a note of that. And I don't even know if I have anything that uses 6L6s here, but I'm pretty sure I got 1614s from the Rangers. So that's about what's going on here. I'll stick around for one more, and then Maggie and I, I'm sure, are going to go walking and check our internet. WD4OUM in a group, W4JPL.
WD4OUM. Cuz I just about paid you to take that computer. Shoot, I had a lot more in that computer than what I charged you for. You know, I gave you the family discount on that. And them old cheap computers, yep, Cliff has got one of them things. I worked on that stupid thing, trying to hop it up a little bit. And I finally just give up on it. But it is slow. But this one ain't. But now this one retails for like $520. So it ain't one of them $75, $100 computers. So, and I'd probably want around probably close to $300 if I sell it. But I just you know, it's just one of them things. You get an itch and you want to try it out. So I got it and tried it out. Now I'm tired of it. But I started to hook it up to my flex and just run my flex off of it, but Yeah, I've got a computer over there that I do all kinds of stuff with. It runs my Flex, and then I've got this in here that I run the SDR Play in it, and do all my other stuff here on this one. So, and then I got my big one upstairs. So. And I've sold and give away and everything probably half a dozen computers in the last year. So there you go. Anyway, just like radio, just had to get it to see what it do, and it does it. This one, it even says you can do light gaming. It named off a bunch of games that you can play on this one, but yeah, I never did get into that. But I was interested in it, see if it got hot. And what I use it for, no, you couldn't even feel a temperature increase in it. So there. Anyway. On up to you, Chadwick. KN4RCLW, D4OUM.
KN4RCL. Thank you, Terry. Good deal on everything. I was thinking about calling them swap shop down Rogersville and putting some kind of old computer on it, and I'll say, put your telephone number, and put call after 9 p.m., work first shift. How's that? I'll start calling after 9 p.m. And let's see what else I got written down here. Oh, Dave, you're probably talking about doing therapy there at the Love Talks Road place up there in Burnsville. The old OMC training building, I believe what that is, and they made into a gym next to the Altex new plant. They've redone all that old plant that used to make RVs. Dave, do you remember when they used to make RVs back when the Bagos back in there in the 70s? KM4RCL. Go ahead. N4LQ, Steve.
N4LQ. Roger. I want to tell Billy sounds good on the BMW. I don't know what a J5 is, unless there's a 51 J5. I'd like to know. And JPL, your mic sounds much better now. And as a matter of fact, I think it's the best I've ever heard you. You just really sound good. Stick with it. It makes a good combo. And Terry, I don't know what you got there. I found one on Amazon. It says B-Link SER5 Mini PC AMD Ryzen 5 5600H 12T, which I guess is 12 terabytes, 16 gig DDR. It's the memory. Solid state drive, 500 gig solid state drive. Alright, that's what that is. Graphics 7 core, 1800 megahertz, mini gaming computer, Wi-Fi 6, which is what we have here. Triple display, dual HDMI, plus a Type-C. So it's got 2 display outputs. $309. Ain't no 500, that's for sure. I don't know. I guess you're quoting the list price and then giving us the Amazon price, 300 or something. Maybe, I don't know. Well, So there you go. Yes, I am on the DX60. Somebody asked that, or Dave asked that question. And what else? I think that's about. Dave asked about the 16-14 tubes. I'd put those things in there if you want to. Those are definitely the same thing a Ranger uses. So yeah, and that'd probably work okay. I don't think you need them. You sound great the way you are, but apparently it doesn't matter too much. I know you got one metal 6L6 and one glass 6L6. Maybe they complement each other. So over to Rick, WK4R N4LQ.
WK4R. Well, let's see. Brother Dave, I know you're going to love the physical therapy. I haven't ever had any bad one per se yet. Guess I've been lucky. Terry, it sounds like that computer would fit in one of the slots of a big computer. I've seen some of this, and I don't know what Garfield wants. And on some of y'all, I'm hearing 2 stations at one time. I guess everything's still long, so. Well, I'm going to get out of here and say 73 to everybody. See what he wants. He's been fed and everything else. I really don't know what his issue is. Everybody have a good day. I'll listen for a while, as long as I can. But see y'all Thursday, probably. K4YBC, WK4R clear. Listening.
Okay, Rick, WK4R, K4YBC, real fine. Well, Rick, have a great day and have a good trip. I guess you're going to Tennessee, I don't know. But anyway, have a good one, buddy, and be safe. And John, you backed off, or turned the gain down a little bit on that mic. Boy, it does. It sounds super good, real good. And, yeah, Steve, I ain't going to fool with these tubes. What's in there, I'm going to run them till they croak, and then then I'll have a spare set to put in it. But no, I ain't going to move them. What's that old saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it ain't broke, so I ain't going to even try to fix it. So there you go. And talking about that swap shop station down in Tennessee, we used to have a swap shop on WTOE. I think they even, occasionally even had an old milk cow for sale. So, you know, you could buy chickens and eggs and milk cows, and I think they even had a mule on there one time for sale. Oh, well, that was back in the day. I'm going to get out of here too, gentlemen. Need to get some things done. 7-3s to everybody. Everybody's sounding really good. And I switched over to that BC 224 receiver, and I swear that thing's just as sensitive as this SX101. I can't tell the plug nickels difference in the sensitivity on it. It's so Dave, that's the one I got from you many years ago, or some years ago, or something. Seems like we traded something, but anyway, that's an amazing little old radio. I enjoy having it here on the shelf just to look at. I think they were, the 224 was just a, I don't know, 12-volt version of the other BC 348 or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, they look alike, but it works great. Well, 7-3s, everybody. Have a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Good Lord's willing. WV4NKL, K4YBC, and enjoy your walk, Cliff. Over.
Okay, Kaz, K4YBC, WB4NKL. Yeah, I guess I'll get out too, and it's about that time and get started before it gets any warmer. I don't think it's supposed to be maybe in the 70s here today. I was looking at the long range forecast, and I don't even see any 80s. It's all in the highs in the 70s there for for the next few days. So enjoyed it this morning, and we will try to catch everybody in the morning, if not before somewhere. And Dave, hope the therapy's not too rough on you. WA4LLR, WB4NKL.
WB4NKL and the group WA4LLR. Well, 7:30 to you, Cliff. Hope you have a good walk. Be careful. 7:30 to you, Dave. And I sure remember WQE Swamp Shop. The old military boat anchor still working for you. 7:30 to you, Rick. Have fun with grandkids. And Chad, yep, I remember when that was RV place. And I've had physical therapy there before. I've also had it out at John Medina's up there at Yancey County Center for Physical Therapy, and that's where I think I'm going to this time. I like John pretty good. What else is going on here? Yeah, John, I agree. The audio sounds good now. The Holland is gone, which is great. As Steve said, that's a good combination. That'll do a good job for you. Cliff, you're talking about you hope the therapy wasn't too rough. I've never run into it when it wasn't. They go on that old adage of no pain, no gain. Or at least that's the one my wife likes to quote. So they're quite accomplished in that. Getting it done, too. Anyway, I'll hang in here one more. But I've enjoyed it this morning. The band, I think, is finally shortening up a little bit, hopefully. K4SSY, WA4LLR.
Howdy, Uncle Dave. WA4LLR, K4SSY returning. Yeah, it sounded good over here that time, John. I'll be darned if I'm not a little high now. This thing's warming on up. And Steve, when I was referring to the J5, that would be John Boy's Johnson 500. Just cutting things short there for just because I don't know why I do it, but that's what I call mine, the J5. And what I was referring to, that would be the Johnson 500. And everybody bailing out. I'll stay for one more, I reckon, and see what happens. Anyway, 7-3's Rickless and Cuz and Cliff and Dan, if you're still listening. I should have said that a long time ago, but you know how it is. Sometimes you just don't pay attention to what's going on around you. A little bit of that ADHD, I reckon. So, I've done pretty good this morning trying to stay in the conversation, not getting wrapped up in things going on around me here. So, anyways, yeah, I hadn't played the Barker & Williams 5100 in quite some time, so I figured I'd cable it up. I actually need to cable up that Champion. Talk on it a while. I ain't had it hooked up. Well, and besides that, I need to hook up that KW1 and run it. I ain't run it in probably over a year. So, anyways, I'll get one of those round to-its one of these days. W4JPL, I think you're still there. Pick it up, K4SSY.
All right, KO4SSY Group, W4JPL. Okay, fine business. Stations are starting to fade a little bit. At the end of Cuz's transmission, he came up to 60 over and then went right back down. So, in and out. I've had this +2 for probably 30 years. I've always just had it in a corner wrapped up in plastic, and I just, as a joke almost, I thought I'd bring it out and try it, and hey, if it works, I'm going to use it. So, it's all good, I'm all happy. Well, fellers, I'm going to go out and enjoy this day the Lord has blessed us with. 69 degrees, should be beautiful walking weather out there for me and Miss Maggie, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. 73, God bless, have a great day, boys. I'll talk to you in the morning or Wednesday morning, whichever, whoever, however, and whatever. WD4OUM in the group, W4JPL, 73.
WD4OUM. Well, John boy, I think you ought to keep that microphone. Anyway, you're just like Billy Bob. You won't leave well enough alone, so there you go. And Billy Bob, I just sitting here thinking, you know, if you'd load all that stuff up and go to the junkyard, look how much money you'd have. You could stay another week or two out there in Minot. So, you might ought to think about that. And, anyway, what do you think, Chad? KN4RCL WD4OUM.
I think that's a good idea, too, Terry. He can get rid of some junk and do what he loves and come back with a toy from Minot. I'm going to... Because WTOE still has a swap shop. They tell him at 12 o'clock. And you can listen to it on one of the computers. Terry practically gave you on WTOE.com. And click on the WTOE link up there, icon, and it should bring it up where you can listen live on WTOE and WTOE both. Because they share swap shop, so you might be able to find you a good weighing in or something. I'm going to say 70 degrees on this one. I got a call up to spouses. That is your go-to auto port place in Nancy County. And also meeting up the Good Old Boys Club up there at Spouses. So I'm going to have to call up there and see about their steering pump. KN4RCL, go ahead. 4LQ.
All right, KN4RCL N4LQ, and I swapped mics. I'm on a Shure, what is it? Some kind of a Shure microphone with a red knob on it. Yeah, thought I'd just give it a try and see what somebody said about it. Anyway, other than that, that's about it. Been fun talking to everybody, and I would say this is probably our last round, so 73s to everybody, and on over to, let's see, Rick's gone, so go ahead, cuz, W4YBC, N4LQ.
Everybody's gone, goes all the way back up to Dave.
see how you are. Leave me with the old goat, the old maggot. And he won't jump on me and kick me and all that, and nobody there to defend me. WA4LLR, KO4SSY. Have a great day. And, Steve, I would have said that, come in a little hot at the first and a little nasal to me. I don't know if you call it a little pinched or what, but some of it could have been conditions on between me and you, because it seems like it was kind of fading or whatever. But anyways, I thought it was just a tad bit pinched up, in my opinion. So 7-3 from here. Put the ribbon on it, Terry. WD4OUM. Have a great day. KO4SSY.
You need somebody to come over and load your truck up so you can go to the junkyard, do you?
Nah, I'll just keep fiddling with this old stuff there. Just, keep you stirred up all the time.
Well, one thing about it, it'll hold them buildings down. You won't have to put no anchors out.
I ain't gonna do that anyways, because what they want you to do, they want you to anchor them down so they can put them on your tax bill. As long as they're portable, they can't tax you. So that's the whole gig with all that junk, where they want to make a man come in and tie a building down. That's all they're wanting. They want to be able to tax you on it there. Over.
Yeah, we got to get that tax money. I got my city taxes the other day. I probably got my county taxes out there in the mailbox now, but I don't want to walk out there to see.
Yeah, Roger. Hey, oh well. It looked like somebody else is trying to carry on a conversation or something. There's a signal just about. Right. Well, I'm a little bit high, so they're probably right on 3885. Probably way off out yonder in La La Land trying to carry on the conversation. 7-3. We'll catch y'all in the morning. I'll talk to some of them later on in the day, but I know I won't you, because you two cotton picking contrary to get back on again. So, anyway, 7-3. We'll catch you later on. Take care. KO4SSY clear.
I think I heard Jim come in there from...
Don't want to waste electricity. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. WD4OUM. Beautiful downtown Burbank. 7-3s.
7-3. I never felt like talking to a friend was a waste of electricity. Anyway, take care.
Who said we was friends?
Well, maybe I wasn't talking about you.
Okay, see you.